All right, no filter MMA family. I know I'm a little late on this video, but this is your boy BJ back with another video short. Guys, I just want to talk about Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Alistair Overeem. What a fucking battle that was. And I got to give my props to Jairzinho Rozenstruik, you know what I'm saying, because he was able to hang in there and weather the storm of Alistair Overeem. But Alistair Overeem was giving Jairzinho Rozenstruik everything he could handle. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, he's kind of a hype train right now. Everybody's talking about Jairzinho, but let's be real. Alistair Overeem beat his ass for 5 rounds. Alistair Overeem beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik's ass for 5 rounds. And Rozenstruik landed... Dude, I'm going to tell you. Rozenstruik is a... He's got unbelievable power. He's got power. He's got Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, Stipe Miocic power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be real here. This guy is going to cause a lot of problems. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is going to cause a lot of problems in that heavyweight division for somebody. You know what I'm saying? But let's give credit to Alistair Overeem for his striking. His fight IQ was on point in this fight. He was very defensive. He kept his guard up. He knew the powerful punches were coming from Rozenstruik. He implemented his wrestling. He's been working with Curtis Blaydes, which I think that was fucking genius to work with Curtis Blaydes, to work on his takedowns, to work on his top control, to work on everything when it comes to the ground. Because Alistair Overeem comes from a K1 kickboxing background. So how sweet was it to see that fight? This was a good fight, y'all. This was a damn good fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Alistair Overeem kicked Jairzinho Rozenstruik's ass for 5 rounds. Let's just be honest. He kicked his ass. He kicked his ass for 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, let's look at Jairzinho Rozenstruik's last couple of fights. He knocked out Alan Crowder with a jab. He knocked out God damn, I'm having a brain fart. Andrei Arlovsky. I couldn't think of his name. Andrei Arlovsky. So when he knocked out Andrei Arlovsky, and then he finished Alistair Overeem. But the thing with the Alistair Overeem finish was more of the damage that it caused. I mean, he split. I mean, Alistair Overeem's side of his lip, side of his mouth, looked like it went through a meat grinder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it looks like he went through a meat grinder. You know what I'm saying? But he finished, quote unquote, Alistair Overeem. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that, and I was wondering what was, he knocked him down, but I was wondering what happened. But sometimes, guys, the ref sees things that we don't see right away. And this was one of the things. This is what the referee was looking at when Jairzinho hit Alistair Overeem. And it was like 5 seconds to go in the fight. I mean, this was a clear-cut win for Alistair Overeem. Alistair Overeem was serving Jairzinho Rozenstruik his first professional L. And this is what happened. But, I'm curious to see who Jairzinho fights next. Maybe Derek Lewis. Maybe who could he fight? I mean, hell, I don't know. Maybe Volkov. You know what I'm saying? Or hell, Greg Hardy. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea, but this guy has a lot of potential. He has a lot of power. But then again, look at the story of Francis Ngannou. Once Francis got to those really high-level guys, you know what I'm saying? Even though Rozenstruik has an extensive background in kickboxing, you know what I'm saying? Fighters, when you get in there with fighters like Stipe, when you get in there with fighters like Derek Lewis, who can put you out, who matches. I mean, Alistair Overeem is a powerful puncher, but not like Jairzinho Rozenstruik. You know what I'm saying? Jairzinho has that next level power. And when you get in there with somebody like Derek Lewis, who can put you away with one punch, Francis Ngannou, who can put you away with one punch, it's a different kind of ball game. Stipe Miocic, DC, it's a different it's a different level of competition. Somebody who's not going to be right there to be hit like Alistair Overeem was. Alistair Overeem was not there to be really hit, until the end by Jairzinho Rozenstruik. You know, Alistair Overeem is a very good, very smart fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a very experienced fighter, and he knows how to deal with whatever comes at him. You know, but I'm kind of curious to see the journey of Rozenstruik. He has a whole country behind him. This is going to be very interesting to see his road. But anyways, guys, I'm also curious to see what happens to Alistair Overeem next. He'll probably be out for some time to let that meat-grinded mouth heal. You know what I'm saying? But Alistair Overeem looked as good as Alistair Overeem has ever looked. You know, for someone his age and to someone with the miles on them that Alistair Overeem has on him, I mean, that guy looked fucking amazing in that octagon. You know, I mean, I gotta be real, gotta be 100. He looked fucking amazing. Anyways, guys, this is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, live stream, I will be joined by my boy Davidson Baker. I'll be joined by, of course, you already know, the home slices from One Up MMA, Austin and Taylor. And I will be having a special guest podcaster on with us, guys. I told you No Filter MMA makes connections, baby. We have a special podcaster that we are welcoming into the No Filter MMA family, guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Once again, hit that like button, hit that dislike button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And I'm out.